a $37,000 deal where this YouTube subscriber took $8,400 of it because he located the deal on Zillow. There are a few technical difficulties on this particular video, but you will enjoy and learn from his particular story. And he learned a hard lesson, a $28,000 lesson. But again, he still made money, was half a zero. Again, there are a couple of technical difficulties, so bear with me on this particular video. Stand by. Let's get it. Hello, guys. This is Ty AK, the Flip Man. Today, I have a YouTube subscriber, not an actual student, but he's taken advantage of the 200 plus videos I have right here on YouTube that I've encouraged anyone that can afford me or anyone like me or whatever, but I give it all away. So he used some other sources, but he was able to tap into my 200 plus videos, do what he needed to do to pick up his first payday, which was $8,400. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and bring him on. Enough me gabbing is how's it going, Ken?
Hey, how you doing, Ty? Everything cool? How's it going?
I really appreciate you, man. You reached out to me after last week's. Well, matter of fact, you posted on the Flippinar, on this most recent Flippinar, which is every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. If you're interested in live Flippinar on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, you can access that through Flippinars.com. But he posted a note there on the in the chat room where I answered questions, and I told him to hit me up, and he did right afterwards. So I asked him would he be interested in sharing his story. You know, it doesn't matter to me that he's not a student, but he's a YouTube subscriber, which is just as important to me because he took advantage of the free information without ever even talking to me. So if he can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. So again, Ken, let me just go on and get right into it, man. Where are you located? What market?
Well, I'm in wholesaling, and right now I stay here in Detroit, Michigan. Okay. And I stumbled up on one of Ty's videos one day, maybe last year, around about this time, and I'm 46. I'll be 47. And I remember years ago, he mentioned something about carton sheets a while ago. So in one of the videos, and that's how he got it. And I seen carton sheets years ago, prior before this, but once again, I was skeptical. I'm thinking, well, you know, this one of the more quick get-rich schemes or whatever and stuff. So, you know, getting back to last year, I stumbled up on one of his videos, and I clicked on and watched a few more. And right after that, I was driving down. I heard one of them Dan Merrill's coming to Detroit thing. So I actually said, okay, it costs us $200 to go to the 3-day seminar.
Let me ask you on that, because we discussed it before we got started. Whenever I know when guys like that, when they come to Birmingham, we're a much smaller market than Detroit, such a much smaller city. Yeah. Does Stan actually show up at those, at the initial free one the free 2-hour event? No. He still up there? Okay. I just wondered, because I know in small cities like Birmingham compared to a Detroit or New York or Atlanta or Houston or Dallas, I think sometimes they'll actually show up. I know most of them will show up in Las Vegas, I guess, because of what else goes along with it. But I was just wondering about that. Before you dive deep into that, Ken, you said you mentioned carton sheets. So you were interested in real estate years ago, but you just never acted on it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was years ago, and you know, then I was discussing that with other family members, and they were all, no, you need perfect credit to even for someone even look at you. So, you know, that discouraged me. So I was like, well, this carton sheet, this is a bunch of bull crap. So I'm going to be honest, maybe about 15, 20 years went by, or maybe a little bit longer than that. You know, I just, you know, never even thought about it. I'm being straight. I never even thought about it. And like I said, to last year, it came upon me. I stumbled up on one of your videos, and I clicked and kept watching them. And then I was like, okay, that's kind of, you know, it kind of intrigued me to further to find out what's going on, because I listen to a lot of stuff and I'm skeptical. But cut the long story short, I went to the seminar, like I said, for 3 days. The information that was provided me with them 3 days for $200, I already got it off of YouTube, off of your videos, which you basically laid down. So he was basically was providing information that was already on YouTube floating around, just enough to get you into his master class. So I ain't
So
gonna get off.
Tell me about the master class, because you said your wife went with you, I guess, one of the days, and what she said, or you mentioned that to me before we got started here.
Well, I'm gonna just sum it up. Well, she came with me one day. It was 3 days. And once they started promoting $50,000 for a master class, that was enough. It was enough for me, but I paid $200, and so I had to go and finish it on up. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. When he hit me with that price, that right there, just everything that I was excited just basically flew out the window. So
well, let me ask you this, just out of curiosity, because what I did. Somebody posted on one of my videos, why would I do a video on what to look for when you go to seminars or whatever. So I hadn't been in one in years. And so just ironically, I was in the gym, and one of my buddies, a guy that I know, actually used to cut my hair or shave my head, whatever groom you want to call I got going on. And he said he had just left and he thought about me or whatever. And he didn't want to even pay the $200 because he knew me personally. And he knew I would, just provide the information to him for free. But anyway, so I told him, I said, you know what, man? I said, he said, they're going to be here the rest of the week like that. I said, well, send me the link on it. So I went, got the link and registered, and I went. And it was actually one of Dan Merrill's deals, the Fortune Builders.
Yeah.
And so, it was just the 2 hour, hey, to get you to the $200 option or whatever. And so, but I guess what my question is, so people must have pushed them, because normally they wait, from my understanding, they wait until they start mentioning the $50,000 option. People must have started pushing them to make them tell y'all that, or how did that go?
Yeah, you know what? Throughout the training which he was providing, it's like when you watching. I don't know if you ever maybe click, watch something off of YouTube or something that's free, and every so often them little commercials will pop in, and that's how it was. Every so often he'll stop and promote the $50,000 master class, and the closer it got to the third day, the more on the last day it was like every time you look around, it was promoting it more. But like I said, $50,000, we didn't have it, and even if I did have it, I just it'd
have been tough. It'd have been tough to pull that trigger.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to why we're here is how you found your first deal, and just leading up to that first deal, what did you do before you even found this deal? What did you do between when you left the class and before you found the deal?
Okay, well. After I left the class, I was still hyped. I'm even though the $50,000 was a knockdown. My wife was there. She was like, "Well, don't give up. Keep doing what you're doing." So I kept getting on YouTube, looking at your stuff, and more. I watching you and getting other information. I was getting pumped and hyped. So maybe about 3 weeks later, I went. First of all, I went downtown and got an assumed name. So I went and got Alibis Enterprise assumed. And once we got that assumed, then I went out and stepped out. And, my situation was different because I went on, I found this deal off of Zillow. And, I got lucky on this deal. I found this deal on Zillow. I think it was on there for 2 days. It was brand new on Zillow, and I seen the house. I seen a lot of houses. I wrote a lot of numbers down, calling. I wrote a lot of addresses down, called. Didn't really get no response, but I got a response off of this one, and I follow up, set up a appointment to go over there, and they agreed, and went over there on a Saturday, and someone else helped me along with this deal as well, because like I said, I was new, and I got a joint venture with this deal as well. So,
Okay. Well, let me ask you this: the specs on the house. What was the price? What type of neighborhood was it? Was it a 3-bedroom, 2-bath? So, what was the price on the house that was advertised on Zillow? What was the asking price?
well, the asking price was $5,000, and they was very motivated because they was back on taxes. They was back on the water bill, and the house wasn't really in the best shape, but it was all right. Needed a little roof done. Needed electrical work done through the house. It was a 2-unit building. It was a 2-unit house, which it was. If you look, it only had one address. It appeared to be a family home, but in actuality, it was a 2-family unit.
A duplex. Okay.
Yes. So,
was anyone living there?
Yes, the owners, yeah, they was living in there. That was another situation, but
okay. So they were asking 5,000.
Yeah, they were asking 5,000.
So let me ask you this: so how did you figure out whether it was a deal? Well, what did you determine as far as the ARV on it? How did you figure out to say this may be a possible deal?
I'm gonna be honest. This is my friend. I ain't know nothing about that. That's why I'm just being real. I had a guy who we went, got it up under contract, up under my company name, and basically he walked me down through it. But I'm gonna be honest, it went in one ear out the other, because most I was just more enthused of getting the house contracted. So everything else he told me, it basically went out the window. So I just play it by ear. I basically look at a property and
well, let me ask you this then. So you found it for 5,000, all right, and so you had someone to help you with it. So as far as you went out to view the house, I'm assuming you and the other guy just by yourself.
On the first time I did it by myself, I took plenty of pictures. I took pictures of everything. Once I took pictures of everything, I submitted to a partner and showing what I got, and said, listen, they want 5,000 for this house. The neighborhood, it was in the urban, wasn't really a good neighborhood, but it was cool. They viewed it, he looked at it, and he said, okay, well, we could do something with it. We'll find some cash buyers that'll be interested in the house.
Okay. All right. So as far as placing it on the contract, did you handle that or did he handle that?
We both did. I basically he came over more like a support for me. Okay. That like I said, I'm not really wasn't good with talking to people. This is my first deal, so he was just there just to make sure that that I was was basically a support cushion.
I got you. So he's the one that did the paperwork as far as the contract.
No, well, he downloaded the paperwork for me. Before we even got out there, he told me what was what. This is the first time I even looked at some. Well, this is the first time I actually. I seen contracts on the line and stuff, but like I said, I didn't know what the purchase agreement was. But he told me which one to submit, and that's the one I took over there, and we agreed on the price. And like I said, I basically before this deal transferred, I got comfortable. They got comfortable with me because I went over there and talk and communicate, and that's what really got me the deal.
I got you. Okay. And who was the person that was helping you? To someone that you already knew?
No, I just was he was a wholesaler.
Okay. How did you come across him? How did you meet him?
Oh man, I stumbled on him on found him and several other people on numbers and stuff calling. That was the key right there. I just didn't sit here.
You found him through a banner sign or online or what?
I'm gonna be honest. The first deal, I didn't put no banner signs up.
No, I'm saying, but how did you find this guy that worked with you? You found him through banner signs or online or what?
Oh, I found him online.
Okay. All right. Okay, so he helped you with putting the contract together. I'm assuming he had already done deals before. Okay, so
Yeah.
so now you have it under contract. Well, let me ask you this: whenever you all met with the seller, did you all actually meet with him to do the contract, or did you email it to him? How did y'all handle that as far as getting the seller to sign it? I think you're breaking
The
up.
second time I went over there, I talked to the sellers personally. Okay. We went, he went over there with me. He went over there. We met over there, and that's how we closed. He went over there with me. So,
okay. So you actually, the contract was signed in person is what you're saying?
Yes. Contract was signed in person. Then he gave me other knowledge about, this technology, how to do it on the phone and stuff. So, but the first contract was done in person. Okay. All the other contracts, besides the closing documents and all the other stuff, was done electronically. But that contract was done in person.
So now you have it under contract. So did he already have a buyer ready to go?
No, he didn't.
Okay. So what do you all do to locate a buyer?
Okay. So after that, I started networking, getting on the internet, finding cash buyers, promoting the house, saying, the price that we were asking for the house. I promoted also. I had a few cash buyers on my list, but they wasn't interested. They were more interested in homes in the suburban area. So my end was dead. So cut the long story short, we had to bring in another, because me and him had a venture contract. So we had to bring in a third party, which he found a cash buyer for the house.
Okay, you had it under contract for what amount? You had it under contract for $5,000, or was it for less?
No, it was okay. $5,000. That's what we had for $5,000.
Okay, but the seller you had it under contract for $5,000. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you have a buyer in place. So did you all do an assignment contract, or you did another purchase and sales agreement at a higher price?
No, what we did was it was an assignment contract.
So what was the total amount of the assignment contract?
The total amount of assignment was $37,000.
Oh my God! Oh wow! Oh wow! So you all split it 3 ways?
Yeah. Well, let me tell you this. It was. And on my first deal, this was, I'm going to say this right here because it was a learning experience for me. I didn't see the 3-way split.
I'm doing the math in my head. Yeah, I'm trying to come up with, I know you made 8,400. Yeah, I'm trying to come up with how that came about. So how did that come back? Which 8,400 is nothing to sneeze on, but you were if they did it 3 ways, that would have really it was divided by a little over 12 grand each. It
was supposed to, but
okay. So what happened?
Now my wife, she was very upset with this deal, but what happened? And that's another thing. When you're excited, you don't know what you're doing, what's going on. And I remember one contract that he shot to me over the internet, which I signed, was a marketing. I think it was a marketing agreement or something, and that turned out to be like, if I'm not mistaken, with that marketing agreement. Well, put it this way, that was $10,000 out. That $37,000, which went to who, where. I have no idea. So,
wow, that's interesting, man. So you had your actual name was on the contract with the seller.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
So, but you do know at least $37,000 was assignment fee. It may have been more, but at least it was $37,000, right?
Yeah, we closed out on $37,000. That's what the close out.
That's what the paperwork said. Okay,
yeah, that's what the paperwork
so you got 8,400. So that leaves what, $30,600? At least $30,600 if my math is right. I'm gonna do it right quick, but I think that's what it is. So what happened to that other $30,600? This is interesting. So what happened to that other 37,600, man?
You know what? I looked on.
No,
you know,
no,
it was
sorry,
funny.
my math wrong. My math is wrong. It's 28,600.
Yeah.
My math is wrong. Okay, yeah. So what happened to the other 28,600?
You know what? I can't even tell you because, you know, and like I said, this was my first deal, and I got the hub from the closing on A, but I never got a hub on a B closing. So I can't even tell you. I didn't really think about that till months later. I'll bring it. As a matter of fact, me and my wife was talking about this maybe a week ago, and I pulled up the documents off my phone and showed her. And my wife, she never really too much trusted the partner I was working with, so she told me that from off rip. But you know, me, I'm like, you know, don't worry about it. But it's not about trust and whatever. But there was a learning experience. I had a experience, and where the other $20-some thousand went, I can't even tell you.
Yeah, but you know, what's half a zero? So you did make some money off of it. You know what I'm saying? Which is great. So when did this actually happen? I assumed it was recent, but when did this actually happen?
Well, this was the first deal. We didn't actually close on it till it was like I got my check like maybe 2 days before Christmas.
Okay, so this was back in 2016. Okay.
Yeah, I got my last deal. I got the close. We got the check within 2 days before Christmas.
Oh man, that was a great Christmas then, I'm sure.
Yeah, and you know, and like I said, but the longevity part, which was me, before I found this deal, like I said, that was like maybe around about this time I went to the seminar and stuff, but then it was a gap because of myself, because I was procrastinating, and it was like, oh, this is a bunch of bull crap. But once my wife really encouraged, like, you know, this, you know, go in and get up and see, you know, what it's about. So once I really push the issue and put some effort into it, and it really worked because, you know, we skeptical folks, you know, I'm just being real. We're very skeptical.
Understood.
But this was real. And after that just, you know, opened doors for other avenues. So like I said,
have you done more deals since then? You know, cause I'm asking all these questions fresh. So you've done more deals since then?
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, what have you done?
We did right then. Did like about 4. Then I got 2 more. That's supposed right now. I'm supposed to be working today, but got 2 more good possible contracts.
Well, what did you do on your second deal?
That one was 34.
3,400.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Did you have a partner on that one, or that was just all you, or what on the second one?
Oh, just me, with my wife.
Okay.
My wife is the backbone, so she handled the paperwork and stuff, and I go out there and do the fishing.
I got you. All right. So you've done 3 other deals since the first one, or 4 other deals since the first one?
4, and the last one was 5,000 on the last one.
So the last deal you did was $5,000. Okay. All right. Is this what you're doing full time now, or you just still just do whatever you do, and or what?
Suppose it's full time because I don't do nothing else but this now. So
I guess
it's full time for me now. So this.
All right. Hey, man, that's what's happening then, man. Man, I really appreciate you sharing your story with us, man. You didn't have to do it. I appreciate you joining the Flippinars. I'm sure this will help others. Yeah. You know, even though, hey, you know that you should have made more on that first deal, but, you know, hey, you weren't sure about the entire process. So you got to look, you know, you made 8,400. 8,400 is 8,400. You can't cry about what you didn't make, you know, because what's half of zero? So, man, I really appreciate you sharing your time with us. People, you know, they take this stuff, man, everybody. They like to see more than just me and me sitting up here talking about what I've done or whatever. They like to see other people, real people that are getting out here and do it. And so now we know, and I already knew it, but you can wholesale houses in Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah. And can I say, and with this deal, I think as far as the money that came out of my pocket, was maybe if it was $40, it was probably less than that. That was just gas money to get there. And like I said, I didn't have no clue of the marketing and none of that stuff at that time. You know, now I got bandit signs posted out. Business cards posted out now. You know, it's funny because I was watching I was watching you last week on one of your older, on your videos, and you had mentioned about this time, and I had to share this with my wife, where you have to you actually nailed the one of your signs up on the house, and the owner called you, and you went and had to go take it down, and that inspired me to go, and I write little stickers. That's I got them from I forgot where I got them from, but it actually I tag number, a little message on it, and any house I see that, you know, that's whatever, I put my information on the door. I actually tape it on the door and leave it from that. So that kind of inspired me from that. What you shared on your video inspired me to leave notes on the door.
Well, man, yeah. Hey, it's all about marketing, man. Hey, you gotta let your daily job as a wholesaler. You're really a marketer / advertiser. You got your own advertising firm in reality, because your job is to get up and let sellers know you exist. If you do an effective job of that, you'll make money in this business, and a lot of it. So, again, Ken, man, we really appreciate you sharing your story with us, and keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep banging it out in Detroit. All right, man. Thanks, sir.
All right. Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us on this particular interview, and we'll see you on the flip side.